everyone, this is Sam and welcome to my 2K21 tutorial number 8. So in tutorial 7, I taught you guys how to green jump shots 24/7 with what I call the DFS method. Today, we will focus on how to use that DFS method, but to green off the dribble at just a good of a rate as you were doing catch and shoot. This off the dribble DFS method is consistent and reliable, and I guarantee you will green off dribble moves once you get the timing down. And I will also show you the dribble 6 you need to green off advanced dribble moves. So make sure though, please watch tutorial 7 on the details of the DFS method before first watching this one, because this video builds off of that. So if you enjoyed today's tutorial, please share and like, and make sure to subscribe for more 2K21 tutorials all season long. And you can also check out my all 2K21 tutorial playlist in the description below to stay up to date, and you can click that playlist to see tutorial number 7. So if you have seen number 7, what I want to show you is you can do DFS screens of step back dribbles. So you can see I'm simply flicking the right stick down to step back. No turbo. Make sure you're doing this without turbo, the step back. So just flick the right stick down, and as the step back finishes, you can trigger the DFS method, as you guys know, up on right stick, then immediately back down with your aim meter turned on, so it's an aim shot. Now this is the tell that you did the DFS timing correctly. You can see my white bar is starting right next to the yellow, and the yellow is kind of in the middle. Like my white bar is always right next to the yellow, so that I can now slowly adjust my right stick with the aim meter and get the aim line right at the center, and I can green. Alright, so let me show you the hand cam movement of this move. So this is the hand cam of the step back DFS shot, no turbo. Pay attention to the sound and how straight my right stick is. Now, if you create the playmaking shot creator I showed you guys in the tutorials earlier, you can see that in the playlist, and use this step back DFS method, I actually scored 150 points from frees in 3 quarters. 12-minute quarters, but 150 points is a lot. So I did the pass and screen method here as I showed you guys in tutorial number 1, and then I did the step back, and immediately after I flick down, I immediately flick up and then back down. So that will give me the step back DFS. See, I did the DFS correctly because the line was already right on the yellow. I'm gonna need to make a minor adjustment to get it into the green window. That's when you know you nailed it. So, tutorial 7, you want the super details of DFS method, but essentially, this is a down flick, immediately into an up flick and back into a down flick. But the second down flick is because you're shooting with the aim meter, right? So you gotta hold it down and make a little bit of those adjustments you need to find the green. That's gonna take some practice, but you're gonna start off at a great spot on the shot meter. So, and also the unique characteristic of the DFS shooting method is that way more whites go in. You can see I'm still doing the step back DFS here, and I'm not greening them, but I'm pretty close to the green, and I am still hitting. Because the aim, if you're shooting with the shooting aim meter, you get a buff. And that is why a lot of these whites will go in, and because you're still so close to the green, really good odds. Now, for advanced off the dribble moves, DFS shots, they can be done, but you need the correct dribble signatures, and I'll show you the packages. So essentially, you want everything that CJ McCollum has. I've been labbing this with a lot of players just to see which one packages work best. Surprisingly though, default CJ McCollum has all the between the legs and the behind the back dribble moves and the moving crossovers and the moving behind the backs you need to shoot greens off advanced dribble moves. I'll show you those moves right now, but those are the hesitation and the packages dribble 6 you need. So get those. Now, this is the hesi behind back dribble move from tutorial number 4 that I showed you guys, and you can green off DFS shots on this. So, but you must let go of turbo before triggering DFS. That's the rule. Similar to the step back DFS, no turbo when you start the DFS shot. You can see me doing the DFS double flick shot here from tutorial number 7. I adjusted the green window and I was able to hit it off that advanced hesi behind the back dribble move. You can see it here again. I'll show you the hand cam on how to do this move too, but that's the hesi behind the back, right into the DFS. Now, to do the hesi behind the back, you need to hold on to turbo. So right before you do the DFS shot, let go of turbo. And you can see that on the hand cam right here. This is the hesi behind the back into DFS. Let go of turbo before the DFS trigger. You'll see. And also let go of left stick, as you saw I did there, to avoid any kind of extra movements. Like if you see yourself shooting leaners and faders, it's because you're not letting go of turbo and the left stick at the same time. So you saw the hand cam, that's what I did there, and as you can see, I pull off the move and the whites still go in because of the shot a meter buff. Essentially, the DFS methods makes it possible for you to user control green, really, because if you can get that timing right, you'll green every time, as you guys see. But when you miss the green window, the a meter buff makes whites go in. So if you want the most, advantageous situation, you have to shoot with the aim meter this year. You can set that up in your controller settings. You can also do hesi behind the back into step back while shooting in DFS. So you can see I'm doing the hesi behind the back, let go of turbo, flick, step back, and then if you see the dotted line, that's from the up. But you gotta make sure the DFS is immediate. So the moment you flick up, you're already flicking back down. It's up down, but it's hard because as you guys can see in the hand cam, you can hear the loud clicks. So for my career grinding, all you need is to do the step back DFS. As long as you have like a 80 free ball, you're good to go. I mean, you're not going to score 150 points in 3 quarters initially, but as you start doing this, there's no reason you can't score 40 or 50, even with like a 78 free ball and like no badges. Because it's all timing, right? Because the DFS puts you at such a good spot. Like if you guys focus on my shot meter, I'm like right on the green window when right after I trigger the DFS. I just gotta make a little adjustment myself. That's obviously gonna take practice and reps, but you're gonna start off at a great spot every time because of the DFS. That's what you gotta understand. And in terms of everything else, really, you can DFS off dribbles really on any step backs, behind the backs, escapes, and between the legs. You can do them also off momentum moves, like momentum behind the back, or or like a momentum just straight crossover or escape turbo. It's gonna take practice, but you will get it down. It's just when you flick it up to do the DFS, like I showed you on tutorial 7, you gotta go right back down immediately. It has to be fast. It's totally doable. You can see me pull off DFS shots off every setup dribble move here. I suggest use all of CJ McCollum's packages because his are great. All his moves just work really well with this. So he's also an excellent off the dribble shooter. So like that's why his movements are so good for it. So you can see every time I do a basic dribble move, I trigger myself into the DFS. Every time you can see the dotted circle, that's the dotted line. That's when I do the dribble move. That's the DFS move. The second one, the other line after the dribble move, is the DFS. But because I'm flicking back down so quickly, I won't get a dribble move out of it. So you can see more step back DFS shots here. But here, I just want to show you even fades can go in. So try this out for me. Let me know how it works out for you. And like I said, watch tutorial 7 first before this. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit complicated. But you can definitely green on DFS shots off the dribble. So talk to you guys again real soon.